Chapter 1. The invisible force behind every victory. Have you ever looked at someone successful and wondered what they have that you don't? Picture this. You're scrolling through your feed. Someone just launched a business. Someone just got promoted. Someone just bought their dream home. And you whisper to yourself, what am I missing? We think success is about strategy, about skills, about luck. But what if I told you success starts in the mind, before the business plan, before the breakthrough, before the applause? It begins with belief, with identity, with mindset. Let me tell you about Carol Dweck. She's a psychologist who studied how people respond to failure. She discovered two types of mindset: fixed mindset, I'm either good at this or I'm not; growth mindset, I can learn anything if I try. Her research changed everything. Students who believed they could grow performed better, recovered faster, succeeded more. Have you ever let one failure define your future? Here's the truth. Your mindset is the lens through which you see the world. And that lens shapes your actions. Your actions shape your results. Your results shape your life. Think about Michael Jordan. Cut from his high school basketball team. He didn't say, I'm not good enough. He said, I'll become good enough. Think about Oprah Winfrey. Told she was unfit for television. She didn't shrink. She expanded. Success isn't just about what you do. It's about how you think. So in this talk, we're going to explore the success mindset, not just the habits, but the heart. Not just the tactics, but the truth. We'll uncover how successful people think, feel, and act. We'll learn how to rewire our beliefs, how to bounce back from failure, how to build a life that reflects our deepest potential. So if you've ever felt stuck, if you've ever wondered what separates the winners from the warriors, this is for you. In Chapter 2, we'll dive into the power of self-image and why how you see yourself determines how far you'll go. Ready to meet the real you? Let's go. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to the channel to watch new videos every day. Chapter 2. The Mirror of Success. How self-image shapes your reality. Have you ever looked in the mirror and seen someone smaller than your dreams? Let's talk about self-image, not vanity, not ego. I mean the quiet perception, the story you tell yourself when no one's listening. The identity you carry into every room. Because here's the truth, you will never outperform your self-image. Let me tell you about Muhammad Ali. Before he was the greatest boxer of all time, he said it first. I am the greatest, not after winning, before. He saw it, he believed it, he became it. Have you ever doubted yourself before anyone else had the chance? Here's the truth. The world reflects what you project. If you see yourself as small, you'll play small. If you see yourself as powerful, you'll act with power. Think about Arnold Schwarzenegger. Before he was a bodybuilder, actor, governor, he was a skinny kid in Austria. But he had a vision. He saw himself on stage. He saw himself on screen. He saw himself in leadership, and he built the body to match the belief. Self-image isn't just about confidence. It's about congruence. It's asking, who do I believe I am? Does my behavior match that belief? What needs to shift? Let me tell you about Lisa. Lisa was a brilliant designer, but she never spoke up in meetings. She doubted her ideas. She shrank in the presence of others, until one day, her coach asked, if you were already successful, how would you show up? She paused. She stood taller. She spoke louder. She shared her ideas, and everything changed. Not because her skills improved, but because her self-image did. So the next time you hesitate, ask yourself, am I acting from fear or from identity? Because success doesn't start with strategy. It starts with self. In Chapter 3, we'll explore how successful people think differently and why mindset is more powerful than motivation. Ready to rewire your thoughts? Let's go. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to the channel to watch new videos every day. Chapter 3. Thinking like a winner. The mindset that moves mountains. Have you ever asked yourself, why do some people rise while others stay stuck? Let's talk about thought patterns, not just positive thinking. I mean mental architecture, the way successful people process setbacks, opportunities, and uncertainty. Because here's the truth, your thoughts shape your decisions shape your destiny. Let me tell you about Sarah Blakely. Before she became the billionaire founder of Spanx, she sold fax machines door to door. She was rejected daily, But her father taught her something radical: celebrate failure. Every night at dinner, he'd ask, "Where did you fail at today?" And if she didn't have an answer, he'd be disappointed. Why? Because failure meant she tried. She stretched. She grew. That mindset became her superpower. Have you ever avoided trying just to avoid failing? Here's the truth. Successful people don't fear failure. They reframe it. They ask, what did I learn? How can I grow? What's the next move? Think about Elon Musk. He launched rockets that exploded. He didn't quit. He iterated. Think about Thomas Edison. He said, I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work. Success isn't about avoiding mistakes. It's about mastering your response to them. Let me tell you about Min. Min was a talented coder, but every time he hit a bug, he spiraled. He'd doubt himself. He'd procrastinate until one day he changed one question. Instead of asking, why is this happening to me? He asked, what is this teaching me? And everything shifted. He became faster, more confident, more resilient. So the next time you face a challenge, ask yourself, am I thinking like a victim or like a visionary? Because the success mindset isn't just about optimism, it's about ownership. In Chapter 4, we'll explore how habits shape identity and why small daily actions create massive long-term results. Ready to build your foundation? Let's go. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to the channel to watch new videos every day. Chapter 4, Habits Build Identity, the daily discipline of success. Have you ever promised yourself you'd change and then slip back into old patterns? Let's talk about habits, not resolutions, not motivation. I mean the quiet rituals, the invisible choices, the things you do when no one's watching. Because here's the truth, success isn't built in big moments. It's built in small ones. Repeat it daily. Let me tell you about James Clear. Before he wrote Atomic Habits, he was just a guy recovering from a traumatic brain injury. He couldn't perform. But he could do one push-up, then two, then five. He rebuilt his life, one habit at a time. And now, he's helped millions do the same. Have you ever tried to change everything at once and ended up changing nothing? Here's the truth. Habits are identity in motion. Every time you act, you cast a vote for the kind of person you're becoming. Think about Kobe Bryant. He didn't just train hard. He trained early. He trained consistently. He trained when others were sleeping. Think about you. What's one habit you could start today? Just one. That would move you closer to your vision. Let me tell you about Lynn. Lynn wanted to be a writer, but she kept waiting for inspiration until she committed to writing 500 words a day. No matter what, at first it was messy, then it became meaningful, then it became magic. 6 months later, she finished her first book, not because she was lucky, but because she was consistent. So the next time you feel stuck, ask yourself, what's the smallest action I can take today? Because success isn't a leap, it's a rhythm. In Chapter 5, we'll explore how environment shapes behavior and why designing your space is designing your future. Ready to upgrade your surroundings? Let's go. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to the channel to watch new videos every day. Chapter 5, Environment Shapes Behavior. Design your space, design your future. Have you ever tried to change your life while everything around you stayed the same? Let's talk about environment, not just your desk. I mean your digital space, your social circle, your emotional atmosphere. Because here's the truth, you rise or fall to the level of your surroundings. Let me tell you about Benjamin Hardy. He's an organizational psychologist who wrote Willpower Doesn't Work, his thesis. If you want to change your life, change your environment. He found that people don't succeed because they have more discipline. They succeed because they design their lives to make success inevitable. Have you ever tried to focus while surrounded by clutter, noise, or negativity? Here's the truth. Your environment is either a trigger or a trap. Think about Serena Williams. Her training space is sacred. Her team is intentional. Her routines are protected. Think about Steve Jobs. He designed Apple's offices to spark creativity, minimalism, light, flow. Let me tell you about Nam. Nam wanted to start a business, but his apartment was chaotic. His phone was full of distractions. His friends were skeptical. So he made changes. He cleaned his space. He deleted toxic apps. He joined a mastermind group. And suddenly, His energy shifted, his focus sharpened, his business launched, not because he changed overnight, but because his environment did. So the next time you feel stuck, ask yourself, is my space supporting my success or sabotaging it? Because mindset thrives in the right soil. And your environment is the garden. In Chapter 6, we'll explore how emotional resilience fuels achievement and why mastering your emotions is key to mastering your results. Ready to strengthen your inner core? Let's go. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to the channel to watch new videos every day. Chapter 6, Emotional Resilience, the inner strength behind outer success. Have you ever felt like giving up, not because of failure, but because of how it made you feel? Let's talk about emotional resilience, not toughness, not denial. I mean, the quiet strength, the ability to feel deeply and still move forward. Because here's the truth, success isn't just about what you do. It's about what you survive. Let me tell you about Howard Schultz. Before he built Starbucks into a global brand, he grew up in public housing. His father was injured on the job and received no support. Howard saw the pain of being powerless, and he made a decision. I will build a company that treats people with dignity. He didn't just build coffee shops. He built culture. He built care. He built resilience. Have you ever let disappointment harden you? Here's the truth. Emotional resilience isn't about being unbreakable. It's about being rebuildable. Think about Brené Brown. She studies vulnerability. She says, vulnerability is not weakness. It's our greatest measure of courage. Think about you. Every time you've been rejected, every time you've been misunderstood, every time you've cried in silence, and yet you're still here. That's resilience. Let me tell you about Mai. Mai was a startup founder. Her first business failed. She lost money. She lost confidence. She almost lost herself, but she took a break. She journaled. She healed. She tried again. Her second business, it thrived, not because she avoided pain, but because she processed it. So the next time you feel overwhelmed, ask yourself, what do I need to feel so I can move forward? Because emotional mastery isn't about control. It's about compassion. In Chapter 7, we'll explore how successful people use time differently and why mastering your hours is mastering your life. Ready to take control of your calendar? Let's go. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to the channel to watch new videos every day. Chapter 7, Time is your power. Mastering hours, mastering life. Have you ever reached the end of the day and wondered where your time went? Let's talk about time, not just calendars. I mean energy, focus, presence. Because here's the truth, time isn't just something you spend. It's something you shape. Let me tell you about Tim Ferriss. Before he wrote The 4-Hour Work Week, he was overwhelmed. Too many tasks, too little clarity. So he asked a radical question, what if I only did the things that truly matter? He began eliminating, automating, delegating, and suddenly he had time, not just to work, to live. Have you ever filled your day with tasks, but missed the things that matter? Here's the truth, successful people don't manage time, they master it. They ask what's essential, what's noise, what's aligned with my purpose. Think about Warren Buffett. He said, the difference between successful people and really successful people is that really successful people say no to almost everything. Think about you. What are you saying yes to? That's costing you your future. Let me tell you about why. Hui was a talented marketer, but his calendar was chaos, meetings, emails, distractions, until he blocked 2 hours a day for deep work, no phone, no meeting, no interruptions, and his output doubled, not because he worked more, but because he worked smarter. So the next time you plan your week, ask yourself, is this schedule building my dream or burying it? Because time isn't just a resource, it's your life. In Chapter 8, we'll explore how relationships impact success and why who you surround yourself with determines how far you'll go. Ready to upgrade your circle? Let's go. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to the channel to watch new videos every day. Chapter 8, Your Circle Shapes Your Summit. The Power of People. Have you ever felt drained after spending time with someone and wondered why? Let's talk about relationships, not just networking. I mean connection. the people who lift you or limit you, the voices that echo in your mind long after the conversation ends. Because here's the truth, you become who you spend time with. Let me tell you about Jim Rohn. He famously said, "You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with." It's not just poetic, it's neuroscience. Your brain mirrors the energy, language, and beliefs of those around you. Have you ever tried to grow in a room that didn't believe in growth? Here's the truth, success requires alignment, and alignment begins with people. Think about LeBron James. He has coaches, mentors, teammates. He doesn't just train his body, he curates his circle. Think about Taylor Swift. She surrounds herself with creatives, strategists, and loyal friends. Her success isn't solo, it's symphonic. Let me tell you about Anne. Anne was a brilliant entrepreneur, but her friends were stuck in scarcity. They mocked her dream. They feared her ambition. So she made a bold move. She joined a mastermind. She found mentors. She built a tribe. And her mindset transformed, not because she changed overnight, but because her circle did. So the next time you feel stuck, ask yourself, who's speaking into my life? And if the answer doesn't inspire you, it's time to upgrade. Because your environment isn't just physical, it's relational. In Chapter 9, we'll explore how purpose fuels performance and why clarity of vision turns effort into impact. Ready to reconnect with your deeper mission? Let's go. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to the channel to watch new videos every day. Chapter 9, Purpose powers performance, the clarity that drives greatness. Have you ever worked hard and still felt empty? Let's talk about purpose, not just goals. I mean the deeper reason, the fire beneath the effort, the thing that whispers, this matters. Because here's the truth, effort without purpose leads to burnout. Effort with purpose leads to brilliance. Let me tell you about Simon Sinek. He wrote Start with Why. He studied leaders, companies, movements, and he found one thing in common. They knew their why, not just what they did, not just how they did it, but why it mattered. Have you ever chased a goal and realized it wasn't yours? Here's the truth. Success isn't just achievement, it's alignment. Think about Malala Yousafzai. She didn't fight for fame. She fought for education. Her purpose gave her courage. Her courage gave her impact. Think about Elon Musk. He doesn't just build companies. He builds futures. His purpose is interplanetary. His performance reflects that scale. Let me tell you about Gwen. Gwen was a software engineer. Smart, skilled, successful, but he felt numb until he volunteered to teach coding to kids. And something lit up. He realized, I don't just want to build tech, I want to build people. He shifted his career, started a nonprofit, and now he wakes up with fire, not because his job changed, but because his purpose did. So the next time you feel tired, ask yourself, is this fatigue or is this misalignment? Because when your why is clear, your how becomes powerful. In Chapter 10, we'll bring it all together and explore how the success mindset becomes a way of life, ready to live with clarity, courage, and conviction. Let's finish strong. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to the channel to watch new videos every day. Chapter 10, The Success Mindset, a Way of Being. What if success isn't something you chase, but something you become? Let's talk about identity, not titles, not trophies. I mean the quiet truth, the way you show up, the way you think when no one's watching, the way you live when no one's clapping. Because here's the truth, the success mindset isn't a tool, it's a transformation. Let me tell you about KaKenSu. He didn't start with fame, he started with fire. He faced doubt, he faced silence. He faced setbacks, but he kept showing up, he kept creating, he kept believing, and slowly, the world began to listen. Not because he was lucky, but because he was aligned. Have you ever wondered what your life would look like if you lived from your highest self? Here's the truth. Success isn't just about doing more. It's about becoming more. It's about thinking with clarity, acting with courage, living with conviction, choosing growth over comfort, choosing purpose over pressure, choosing presence over performance. Think about Maya Angelou. She said, success is liking yourself, liking what you do, and liking how you do it. Think about you. Every time you choose discipline over distraction, Every time you choose belief over doubt, every time you choose to rise again, you're not just succeeding, you're becoming. So as we close this journey, I invite you to ask, what does a success-driven life look like for me? What beliefs do I need to release? What habits do I need to build? What environment do I need to design? What purpose do I need to protect? Because the most powerful life isn't the loudest, it's the most intentional. And success is not a destination, it's a decision made daily. So Kelvin, what will you choose tomorrow? To survive or to succeed?